Hello and welcome to the Child Care Business Coach podcast video stream. As you can probably see, I am not in my normal studio. I actually am in Indianapolis, Indiana. I was supposed to fly home and my flight got delayed. One of my flights was so delayed I would not make my connecting flight. So we decided to stay here in Indianapolis. And that is what really got me thinking about the subject of gratitude today, because I am incredibly grateful. I got to spend the weekend with family. And by the time you're watching this recording, and yes, this is a recording, because by the time this goes live, I will be on an airplane. So I have to pre-record my Mindset Monday this week that I usually like to go live for because I'll be flying. But I'm here with family. My sisters, my brother and I, all my siblings, we got to get together this weekend. And so flight delays. Such normally such a contentious issue, such a stressful issue, and something that we normally don't want to deal with. But today, when I found out that my flight was delayed, I was so full of gratitude because that meant I got to spend more time with my sisters and my mom all together under one roof. And my siblings and I live in 3 different states. So it was really nice. My brother already returned home, but it was so nice to get to have that extra time. And it made me think about perspective. The perspective that we enter into things in, right, really dictates how we react. Whenever you think of something like a flight delay, our initial reaction is, oh no, that's horrible. Oh my gosh, that's just, and normally I would, right? Like, I don't want to get delayed. I want to get home. I want to get home. But then on this case, I'm just kind of like, that's okay. Maybe it's not so bad. I get to spend extra time with family. Now, I was supposed to work, and so yeah, it's going to set me back a little bit. And by the time you watch this recording, it'll be my birthday. Today, or well, tomorrow, but today for you is my birthday. So I wanted to get home in time to be with my own children for my birthday. And my first thought was, oh, that means I'm going to have to fly for my birthday. But then I also realized, well, that also means I get to see my sisters, both of them, which one of them that lives in Indiana, I normally wouldn't have seen. I got to see my nieces, or I get to see my nieces on my birthday. And I'll still get to have dinner with my boys. So, gratitude. It's interesting how you choose to look at things, right? And when you come from a place of gratitude and you really step in with a grateful heart, it really changes everything. Now, in this situation, I had a choice. I could be the victim and I could just say, like, oh no, there's no way I'm going to miss this flight. This is horrible. How awful is this? I could have gotten mad at the airlines, right? Because I really do want to be home with my children for my birthday. Which, by the way, my children are grown. For those of you who don't know, I have grown children, 20 years old and 25. But I still want to be with them for my birthday, right? And I don't want to be flying on my birthday. And my summit is less than 9 days away. So I have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Well, it's actually 10 days. For me, it's 9 days because of the work I have to do. But for you, those of you coming to my summit, it's 10 days away. So in my mind, it is very stressful. And on one hand, that I'm losing a day of work to a certain extent, although I'll probably work on the airplane. But on the other hand, I also gained more time with my sisters. So, where am I going to put my thoughts? I get to choose. Am I going to focus on the extra time that I get to spend with my family and be grateful and live in a state of gratitude? Or am I going to choose to obsess over the fact that I'm losing a day of work? Appointments I have tomorrow have to be canceled, all of the things, plus I'm flying on my birthday. There's so many things I have to juggle now because of this delayed flight. But the bottom line is I get to choose. I get to choose. Yes, I have to rearrange my schedule. I'm going to have to rebook a lot of appointments I had. And that could cause me stress. But I choose to look at the positive. I choose to be excited to get to spend an extra day in Indianapolis where I get to spend more time with family, right? So I could either play the victim and say something like, oh, this kind of thing always happens to me. Or I could look on the bright side, and I choose the bright side. And so, just something I really want you to think about. And I'm just so grateful for this opportunity. But that also leads me to just thinking about the opportunity I have to bring you the Child Care Business Summit. I'm so thankful and grateful for those of you who are actually traveling around the world to come and see it. My mom asked me earlier, she said, "Well, are they just people from Nevada who come to see you at your summit?" And I told her, "No, Mom, actually, I have an international audience. I have people from all over the world that are coming in to see this business summit." And she was absolutely amazed that there's people traveling. And it just fills my heart with gratitude that I can pour into each and every one of you and that I can really revolutionize this industry. I have some big dreams and big goals. And a few days ago, I realized I'm actually really doing it. A couple months ago, I was at one of Tony Child, who is the keynote speaker at my business summit this year. I was at his pivot point, which is the event that changed my life. And he, at the end, had us make these signs that say, "I can and I will." And we choose our "I can and I will." So mine was, "I can and I will revolutionize early childhood education in the United States," right? And so I keep that sign by my bedside so that I can look at it every night before I go to sleep, and I can look at it every morning when I wake up. And I looked at it the other morning, and I was thinking about the roster of people coming to the Child Care Business Summit. And I realized not only do I have people from all over the United States, but I have people from all over the world. And this thought occurred to me, oh my goodness, I'm actually really doing it. I really am revolutionizing early childhood education. And it made me realize how one person can make a huge difference, because all of you who I hope to impact and I hope to bring just wisdom and joy to, now you can spread it on to more people. I can't do this by myself. It takes a village. It takes a community. And I don't want to do this by myself. Who would want that kind of responsibility? But I know it is something I can lead. I can lead this charge in the early childhood educational revolution, right? And really help people step into a time where we really raise the standards of quality for the children, putting them first and what is best for them, the way that they learn and nurture and grow. Most importantly, how can we expand on their learning, their growth, their nurturing, right? To make them better adults in the future. Because that's really the point of all this, is to help them succeed as adults. But at the same time, how do we take care of our own families, our own businesses? How do we make sure that our childcare centers are prosperous and doing well, and that we're taking care of ourselves, our families, and our communities, as well as the children? It takes resources to make our dreams happen. I have big dreams and I help a lot of people, and that costs me a lot of money. For me to fulfill my purpose in this life, it does cost a lot. It takes a lot of resources. And those resources really are a village. It's the village I have created around me that helps me to pour into you and to bring something as big and impactful as the Child Care Business Summer to the world of early childhood education. And that's what we bring to you. We bring you community. And the Child Care Business Summit is going to bring you that community that you so desperately crave, that all of us so desperately crave, right? That will help each of us level up. But it isn't going to happen alone. There comes a time in your career where you can't do it alone. And boy, did I learn that the hard way. I have a very hard time asking for help. And I always want to try and do things by myself. But I didn't realize true success. And I didn't get there until I allowed others to help me. You can only get so far on your own ingenuity and your own genius. But it takes people to make your dream really come true. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet for the Child Care Business Summit, make sure you get it. I am telling you, I instructed my team to add more spaces if we needed to, because I'm so passionate and I know we need to get as many people in as we can, because I know how this is going to impact the world. Not just your child care center, not just the United States, but the world. I'm so beyond excited. So if you have not got your ticket yet, I'm going to actually flash it on the screen because I have some amazing technology here on StreamYard that helps me. But go to childcarebusinessprofessionals.com/2024 summit. I'm going to give you guys a secret. There is a coupon code. So if you've made it this far in the video, you're in for a surprise, because there is a coupon code that will take some money off of the price of your tickets. And I know it's at least $200, but I can't remember exactly how much it is. So you're going to have to find out by going to childcarebusinessprofessionals.com/2024 summit and put the coupon code Summit Special. Summit Special. And I can't put it in the chat or anything, you guys, because you're watching a recording now, since my flight was delayed and I had to record this Mindset Monday for you. And I am so sorry about the background noise, you guys. I think somebody is doing work and there's not much I can do about it because I am not home. So I am going to cut this short and end it now because I hear a lot of background noise. But I hope you guys will make it to the summit. It will be worth it. It will change your life. Have a wonderful rest of the week, everybody.